So I do believe that politics is a game in which we the people get played. But for a few minutes here, I'm going to play the game real quick. All week I've been reading these articles, predominantly black blogs and articles on reading them via Facebook, but they come from predominantly black journalism, and a lot of them are pointing out the disparity or the lack of diversity of African Americans in the Republican Party. And this is the thing that's odd to me, and I'm trying to understand this because someone explained this to me. They point out the fact that there's not enough Republicans in it, but they ignore why. Oh, they claim the reason why is because of racism, but this is my issue. I'm trying to understand this too. You point out the lack of diversity, yet when I'm reading all these comments, and you can go to any different one of these blogs, there's several of them, and you'll see the exact same trend. These are grown men and women, adults. Majority of them are black women. You got your token white people in there, here and there too, but majorities are black women. But they're complaining about the lack of diversity. They're complaining about in the articles. They're pointing out that the Republican Party does not cater to them or seek their vote or pander to them, which is true. But when you read the comments, overwhelmingly all you hear are a bunch of personal attacks, character assassinations of blacks who do vote conservatively. They're demonized, ridiculed, and labeled sellouts, coons, Uncle Toms, and what have you, and so on. So it's like you point out the fact that there's no diversity, but then when the people who do support the party and who do vote conservatively stand up, we well, these people, they shame them simply because of their political ideology, which is what I'm trying to understand. I don't understand why, and what's the point of all this. This is just some of the silly stuff that I see here. This one woman. Now this is just from the topic of well, basically they just took a segment of the Jon Stewart show where Herman McCain went on there, and he did say that he knew there were going to be some blacks that will vote for Romney. In fact, Jon Stewart brought up the fact that there's a poll saying that there's 0% of blacks that will vote for Romney, and when Herman McCain addressed that issue, or he made a stupid joke, but he talked about he does know that there are, and then these are just responses based to the title, not the actual video, not the article. It's just simply a response to the video. So you obviously can tell most people do not ever read the articles. They never watch the videos because their comments are sometimes completely off topic, off base. But this you see comments just like this: self-hate still exists. Him, Clarence Thomas, JJ, and Condoleezza, whatever. 5 likes. 5 grown people like that comment. All black. Majority of them obviously are women. Just more. This woman looked like she could be somebody's grandmother. Now she talks about that. She's saying her comments referring to, yeah, they're going to be blacks who do vote for Romney, but she said all the black suckers who are doing fine, meaning all the black people who are successful. That's what she means by that. And she goes on to say that don't give a damn about the rest of us. Now this is my question. You point out that they're doing fine and they're successful, but if you look at all these other damn comments, they're all negative and divisive, and they're attacking your own black people because they have a different political ideology than you. But she said they don't give a damn about this. My question is, why should they? Why should people who work hard get successful and are demonized by their own people for doing that, or that method that they choose to become successful? Why should they care about you? Serious question. Why should they look back and say, yo, I got you? Can someone explain that to me? I don't know. But then this grown woman, not a child, an adult, she gets 7 likes for this stupid comment. She's talking about, oh, she got, actually, it's half and half. It's a bunch of females and a bunch of dudes. But she says that she can't vote Republican because she's not rich enough, she's not white enough, she doesn't hate women enough, and she's not dumb enough, which is the reality. So in order to vote Republican, you have to be dumb. And this is the odd thing to me. Black people, we feel as though we can say anything about anybody, and yet there's no repercussions for it. But if you were to go to a white blog or a white news reporter and they were saying the same things that are being said here about black people, they would be considered racist, and people would protest them and want them fired. But these are black people, not talking about white people. These are black people talking about their own people, quote unquote. Then this woman right here goes back and say, I don't even know what she wrote, if it's even English. And one thing about he know none would vote half for him. I guess she meant that no one would have voted for Herman McCain. And this comment didn't make any damn sense, yet it still got a like. Oh wow, that was sad. But this is the pattern. It goes on and on and on. A woman cheater. They brought up Herman McCain's past, what he did. Yet meanwhile, everybody talks about, Obama did drugs, did this and that. That's the past. Doesn't count. Doesn't matter. But apparently, when you're a Republican, your past matters. When you're a liberal, don't judge anybody, and we get over it. But first their chair cells, then their brain cells. Oh, first the hair cells, then the brain cells. So I guess that was a personal attack on his fact that he's bald-headed. And this is the other comment said, there's a reason why we have the term Uncle Tom. Another black woman making the statement that a black person is an Uncle Tom simply because of their political ideology. But this other comment from this person says they used to call them Oreos. This is all you're going to keep seeing. This person says, just eat peace of Herman. Got grief. I would say more, but what is the point? You didn't say anything. All you did was talk about something that had absolutely nothing to do with the video, the article, or the topic at hand. But I'm saying I'm giving you a few examples of this is what you will see from any and every single blog on this topic, on this issue. We can go to another one. This is TheRoot.com. The other one was Black Voices, and this is the same thing. What was this about? This was about Condoleezza's speech. Now this one was actually kind of different. It had more. You had some people saying they liked her or whatever. She's intelligent, but still, overwhelmingly, the majority of the comments are attacking her. You did have a few people, like I said, a handful, say they love her, that she's brilliant, that she's smart. Then people come in and say, well, even pawns are intelligent and smart too. She's brainwashed, she's sold out. This is how black people feel about their own people. I'm going to keep saying this because I'm going to make a point. But this goes all the way down to the very, very end. Even the I forgot the brother's name, but the one brother who came out stating that he used to be a Democrat, but he changed. His name is Arthur Davis, I think, if I'm not wrong. Yes, this is it right here. This is Arthur Davis, who used to be a Democrat, who no longer decides it. And this is Your Black World. All threes are three different sites, but you see the exact same damn comments. The first comment you see, he's a joke, straight Uncle Tom. Even though prior to this election, he's been voting democratically, he's been voting Democrat, but now all of a sudden he's an Uncle Tom. He is an ass. Another Clarence Thomas, bitter Negro man, LOL, BNM. I'm not gonna read all that, but it got 6 likes, so I'm pretty sure it's a bunch of hominem attacks, personal character assassinations, no real facts, no logic, no reason, no substance at all. But continue more. Oh, Maya Love, a black woman, Republican from Utah. Maya Love to Maya Idiot. This is all. Look at these comments though. These are all black people making comments about other black people, yet they call the Republican Party racist. This is just something I don't understand. I don't know where the term Uncle Tom came from, but clearly we need to get a clue. The RNC folks are just throwing peanuts at a black woman, and they don't think that they will get knocked. So this is another trend you see. You see the two people who did throw the peanuts at the woman, and they were clearly out of order for doing that. But there's always a connection. Like it can't be an isolated incident where those two people were being idiots and doing something they shouldn't have done. It has to be that this is the overwhelming majority view of all people who vote conservative or Republican. And I guess it's their way of shaming them, saying, see what they did to her? They're going to do the same thing to you. It can never be an isolated incident, or those people are just two individuals who happen to be at the convention who are Republican. It has to be that, it's all their fault. But again, this is the same old. I was calling Colin Powell with run, damn it. Okay, you got one comment left, praising Colin Powell. A lot of people did do that. I'm pretty sure it's only because he did say and openly endorse Obama, even though he was a Republican. I don't know. But that's just a few examples. Now, like I said before, the majority of these comments are coming from whom? And I'm just only doing this to make a point, but in the last election of '08, the highest voter turnout, 68.1%, were by who? Black women. Who are the majority of the ones complaining that there's no diversity? Black women. Who are the ones giving most of these negative comments towards black people who vote Republican? Black women. Now you do have a few black men and a bunch of token white people who come in and co-sign and throw the race baiting stuff in there as well. But this is the overwhelmingly majority of the nonsense that you see. Just to recap here real quick now, the whole point of me doing this video is because there were some black articles pointing out the fact that lack of diversity within the Republican Party and addressing the issue that blacks label those who vote Republicans racist. Therefore, all the black people who vote Republican have to be complete idiots, sellouts, Uncle Toms, every other having them on the book. And I'm just reading some more. These are about Herman Cain. Again, people bring up he needs to stop cheating on his wife, which he should do if he did that. But this woman right here, Herman Cain, is simply embarrassing, and I wish he would just be quiet and eat pizza. That's like the 5th time I've read that comment through all these different blogs talking about him. And she goes in to talk about Michael Steele and Condoleezza Rice and how they're just being used and what have you. But this is the point I'm trying to make. They're trying to say that blacks who vote Republican or vote conservatively are used, idiots, stupid, brainwashed, bamboozled, but they wonder why Republicans don't pander to them or pay any attention to them or ignore them. And I'm about to explain that why. Again, they're also saying that it's the Republicans who are racist, yet these comments about black people who vote a certain way because they believe in personal responsibility, they believe in school choice, they believe in opportunity, of equality of opportunity, not equality of outcome. They believe in working hard, doing what they got to do to be successful. That's simply it. But because they have that ideology, they should be demonized, crucified, and burned at the stake. And one of the reasons why there will never be any black solidarity is because of this notion that if you want to be black, you have to be monolithic. You can't have your own opinions, own ideology, any of that stuff. You got to be with this black box of ideas. And if you shift from these black box of ideas, you get castigated, you get thrown out on a bus, and you lose your black card, pun intended. But let's just think about this real quick. We claim that, they're all racist, even though we attack our own people, yet get mad when other people attack us. But we do it to each other, and it's cool. It's because we're black, and we can do that to each other. But if you don't have any pigment in your skin, you're racist. But when we do it, it's okay. But I would think it would be worse when we do it, being that we're talking about our own people. Sometimes your own family, your brothers and sisters. Families are divided over a political ideology, which is ridiculous, but it happens. Now, this is the thing that I don't understand. In the last election, as you see right there in that picture, black women voted 68%, had the highest voter turnout. Yet they vote for this party, yet they still have a lot of issues that need to be addressed politically. Yet they still vote. I'm gonna get to that later, but this is the point I'm trying to make. We voted, or not we, but a lot of black people did. 94% voted in the '08 election democratically. Now this is what I don't understand. 98% of you voted for a party. Yet you're claiming that it's wrong or racist that Republicans don't look out for you or pander to you or address you. But can you give me a sense of why they would? We don't vote for them. We don't give them any money. And we don't vote in midterm elections. So, and there's this blog poll going around saying that 0% of black people are going to vote for Romney. So can someone explain to me why should they vote for? Why should they pander to you? Why should they seek your vote? Can somebody tell me that when they don't have any incentive to do so? Is that how politics works? Do we go to a specific group of people who don't vote, who don't show any support, and say, what do you want? What do you need? What's your issues? How can I help you? Or do you go to the people who do support you, do donate money, do actually get out and vote other than the general election, but in the midterm elections as well, and give them your support? Can someone explain that to me, please? This is the irony of the whole thing, though. You do give your money to Democrats. You do vote for them, not in the midterm elections, though. Only in the presidential joints. Even Obama came out to the speech in the last midterms and said, like, yo, I need you to come out and vote like you did when I got elected for president. But apparently that didn't happen for whatever reason. But, you know, whatever. You don't vote. You don't give any money. But yet you do give your money. You do vote overwhelmingly. 94% in the last election. It appears to be you're going to do it 100% because there's this poll saying that 0% of blacks will vote for Mitt Romney. But you do give money to the Democrat Party. You do vote overwhelmingly. You do march, you cry, you parade, you protest with the Democrats. Yet they still ignore you and they take your vote for granted. So who should you be more mad at? The people who ignore you and don't address you, or the people that you support and give all your attention, all your time, all your money, and they still don't address you? Homosexuals, don't ask, don't tell. Overturn that joint. Obama just gave $500 million to the Muslim Brotherhood. This is the first time ever in history that Egypt has a freaking dictator since the beginning of the time. Since Moses was running from Pharaoh, Egypt never had a damn democracy. Or so they say. They have one now. He helped them out. Boom. Sent them troops over there, knocked it all out. Women. Sandra Fluke went before Congress and said, yo, I need the government to pay for my contraceptives. I can't afford this. I'm having a lot of sex here. Just can't do it. Obama gave her a pat on the back on the public platform. All these other people who do support him, do give money, they get what they want. They get their issues addressed. Yet you still do, and you don't. Again, who should you be mad at? I'll wait. So here's another example real quick. I think Mia Love, the Utah representative, she did a speech, and I guess this article is particularly dealing with the fact that she pointed out that Obama's administrations are they're dividing the country with a lot of class warfare, racial issues, women, the gender war on women, all that nonsense, which is true. That's one of the games that the Democrats have in their favor is, these talking points that aren't really based on facts. For the pay gap issue, or the issue with what Senator Fluke did, and she went before Congress. When it comes to money, how he continually goes in his last State of the Union address, talked about how we make so much money and we don't need this extra cash and we need to give it away. And he was reporting to saying that the guys on the other aisle, they don't need that money. Instead of him just making the example and all these Democrats who want to give away their money, why don't they just do it? Nobody's stopping them from. But I'm saying those are the talking points that the liberals are using, and it's working because most of the comments that I put in these videos mirror that it's no real substance. It's just a bunch of talking points and nonsense. But this is another example though. She pointed out something that was real. He's doing the whole divide and conquer. When I talk to people, I ask the question so what do you mean? What are you talking about? Where did you get this information, data from? Can you show me what you mean by what you're saying? And they can't. So it's silly to me. But another example of this thing has 60 people liked it. It has about 90 comments. 99, and again they're all from maybe 3 or 4, no, 1 or 2 actually said that she was right, which she is, and it's probably a white person. I guess that's what they're saying, that, and they told him to get off this page, even though there are a lot of white Democrats on this page who comment, and they're normally the ones that comment when it's issues like aborting your children and things of that nature. They don't mind saying, yeah, you go kill your babies. The irony thing is though, is you have a lot of these white liberals, feminists, Democrats who come on a predominantly black page, and when it comes to certain issues like that, they're there for you, killing your babies. But if you notice that that abortionist, that Indian guy who was in North Carolina, who was all outside protesting for him to stop killing those ugly black babies, as he called them. But that's just a different story. But the comments range from her braids are too tight. That's one from a guy. What else? She's not black, but I guess he's referring to what Rick Torm said, and she's a bruh. I don't know what that means. This chick right here, I've been watching her comment on here for years, and that's all she really just says is Obama former years, or Obama 2012, or Obama 2016, whatever. It's like she just continues to, no logic, no facts, no reason, no talking points, no policy, just on his coattail. This is the guy who said that she was right, and he got 2 likes, but you know, he got attacked for being over here. Like I said before, when white liberals come on this page, they don't get attacked, they don't have any issues with them or told to leave, but it is what it is. Another comment that you knew we were going to see, self-hatred. Oh, what else, my loves? Ignorant and wrong. Now, she's ignorant for what she said in her speech. What the real deep part about her speech was the fact that she said that, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much money you make, what color you are, or your sexual orientation, we're in a lot of debt, and China might want to come collect that money. So, all those talking points that Democrats throw out there, they're irrelevant when it comes to cashing those checks in, and if we go to war with somebody else. Because it doesn't matter what your status is or what your color is. When it times to get down and dirty, we're all Americans. Even if we don't want to be identified as that, other people will see that you as that. So that was the major point of her speech. That I was like, she's on point with that. But else, more ad hominem attacks. She drank the Kool-Aid. They got 6 likes. What else? Why doesn't she fully embrace her Haitian birth name? I guess they're attacking her because she changed her name as an American citizen or something. I don't know. Could be because she's a Mormon. I don't know why she did that, but I guess that's to prove that she's a self-hater because she changed her name, or she doesn't have her full name as it used to be. This chick talks about the stuff that individuals did as if that's supposed to make someone's opinion change about a complete party line or party ticket. Oh, this is the guy addressing Scott, the guy who did agree, the one white guy. And he said this page is named The Root, not The Cracker Box. And he got 6 likes from a bunch of all adults, predominantly females, all black. I would encourage her to look at the Reconstruction era. She talks about Jim Crow and stuff that is irrelevant currently, but it is what it is. It got 7 likes. This is the brother that said that this chick love is nothing more than a Republican pick nanny or whatever. She's insane. She's confused. And they're talking about the fact that she changed her name. Bunch of ad hominem attacks. Crazy. What else we got here? This B is out of her mind. He didn't have a problem calling a black woman out of her name simply because of her political ideology. Again, I'm gonna keep bringing that up because I'm trying to understand. People make the talking points to me are irrelevant because there are wealthy Democrats, wealthy, all of Hollywood, majority of it, like probably 85% are all, they vote left and they're all wealthy, and I don't understand. And majority of them are white. Like, you do have a lot of minorities too, but I just don't understand the logic in pointing out that the other side has money when both sides, they have elites on both sides, and they have middle class on both sides, and they have poor on both sides. So I just don't get the logic in that. This one says Mia doesn't even know who she is. Another one of those, she's culturally ignorant. She's trying to say that she said this chick is dead wrong. Again, none of these comments out of 100 are stating anything that she said with facts. That's why she's wrong. They're just all talking points and just ad hominems, like no whatsoever, no refutes at all. But that's just how it is, I guess. There's another article that was posted on The Root too, talking about a lot of the blacks who vote, Republican. I guess LL Cool J is one of them, and I was reading some of the comments just from people posting it because of what Nicki Minaj said in her little flow, which I do have a video already posted. It they're attacking people that they actually like LL, 50 Cent, all this stuff about them being rich. But like I said, there's rich people on both sides. There's rich liberals who vote democratically, so I don't understand the logic in that argument, but it's one of the arguments. I guess this is a list right here though, and it actually does say Martin Luther King. That was a debate whether he did or didn't, but I guess it says Booker T. Washington, Eazy-E, LL Cool J, Martin Luther King, 50 Cent, Sojourner Truth, Harriet Tubman, Karl Malone, Don King. It just listed a few of the black celebrities or black public figures who voted Republican. And all you see in those comments, you do see some comments that are like more like, I'm shocked and taken away because they like the people, so they're not going to outright come out and attack them. But then you have your regular, they must have got paid a lot of money, they're delusional, they're lost. But this is the whole thing of the matter, is like, this is how black people view their own people who vote a certain way, who believe in certain policies or segments of society that they don't have the leftist viewpoint. They don't, and this is how other black people view them. Their own people view them. So to say that the Republican Party does not acknowledge you or care about you is like, why would they? Like, that's the question I'm trying to ask. What incentive do they have to do so when they see how you treat your own who think outside the box, so to speak? I don't know. I guess that question will never be answered. I'll wait. Oh, this is actually one of the comments from a chick who posted something about LL being, she just found out that LL was a Republican, and she talked about how she can understand why a rich person wouldn't be a Republican, but she doesn't understand people like LL or 50 and all these other people who've been poor. Why would they do that? What does it have to do with anything? They're poor, rich people, poor people, middle class people on all sides of the aisle. So again, what logic is in that argument?